And we are live with Lunch Break Live. Chef Danielle, let's go. Take it away. Dominique. Woo!
Hi. So yes, we have some hangover vegan tacos that I will be making today. And we're gonna start right away. I already chopped up some fresh mushrooms right here. So we're gonna get a little bit of grapeseed oil, put a little bit of that in there, and dump them right in the pan. This meal is so simple. It's so simple. Like you literally just dump stuff in the pan and keep going. And funny story about this, okay? I made this actually over the weekend. I'm not gonna tell who this person is. I'm just gonna say it's a friend that came over, and she was a little bit drunk. So that morning I ended up making her some food. She requested tacos, and I just took whatever I had in my refrigerator and put it all together. And ended up making a delicious taco. So I figured I'd share it with y'all. Okay, so yeah, we got mushrooms in here. Then we got some onion. We got some onion, just like one small onion. Dump that in the pan. Then we got some red bell pepper, which you don't necessarily have to use red bell pepper. You can use red, orange, yellow, green. It doesn't matter. Just put that in there. And then we have this right here. This is benevolent, like sweet. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but Sweet Earth has this delicious vegan bacon. It's actually the only vegan bacon that I use. I haven't had bacon in like 17 years. But this bacon right here is amazing. I love the smokiness of this. So yeah, I took about I'm gonna say about 4 to 5 strips, and then I cut them up and dump them in the pan. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here.
Welcome to Lunch Break Live, everybody. We are cooking with Dccancook, Dominique, who is making the most amazing tacos. Back to you.
All right, y'all. So yes, we're gonna have this. I'm gonna put the heat up just a little bit because this is a very quick meal. It does not take long. It does not take long at all. Because you don't want your vegetables to be all soft and mushy. You still want them to have a little bit of bite. So that's why I say you cook this just like that. So yeah, you can see this from right now. Look at that already. You see that smokiness? Ooh, it's so good. Okay. So we got this going. Now, what I am also going to put in there is garlic, but I try to wait till, I'm going to say like the last minute or so to put about 1 clove of like chopped garlic in there. And how we're going to season this, which you can use whatever seasonings that you want, but I just use some off-brand Cajun seasoning. No big deal. Just put a little bit of that in there just to season it on up. Okay. Got that going. Stir that together. And if it gets a little messy, some falls on the stove, just dump it back in. It's only you. You're cooking for you. You're not cooking for somebody else. So yes, you cook this for like a few more minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say about 1 or 2 more minutes. This actually is cooking pretty fast. I want y'all to see how it looks now. Oh, it's so delicious. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic in there now. 1 clove of like minced garlic, or you can chop it up yourself, or if you got that already minced stuff, just put probably about, I'm going to say about a teaspoon of the already pre-chopped minced garlic. You put that in there. Yeah. So now, the thing about this is, like I said, this is a hangover meal. This is just what I had in the fridge. But if you don't have benevolent bacon, you can use whatever. You can use, I know there's other vegan bacon brands, or you can even use like the Beyond Sausage, Light Life, all of those. You just chop it up and put it in there. So as long as you have some type of vegan breakfast protein, it'll go good with this. Okay? All right. So just like that, just about done. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this on low. I'm gonna set this to the side, and I'm gonna keep this on low so that way it can stay warm. Okay. All right. So the next step next step we're gonna do is work on the eggs. But it's not gonna just be some regular eggs. We're gonna put a little bit of vegan butter. The butter that I like to use is Country Crock plant-based butter. I love the olive oil. So good. It's also very cost effective. I get it from Walmart for like $3 and you get like 4 sticks. So yeah, I'm going to put about a tablespoon. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of vegan butter in there. So yeah, we're gonna put this on medium as well. We're gonna let that melt. Let that melt. See. And once that melts, we're going to do something that may not be the conventional way of making vegan eggs or just eggs in general, but this is how I like to do it. So I like to put the cheese in first, okay? So with the cheese that I have on hand is some Follow Your Heart Parmesan. And then I have another Phil Rose brand. Phil Rose Child. I always mispronounce it, so I'm sorry, Phil Rose, if I mispronounce it. But Child creamy cheddar is really good. I love this one. So yeah. So once this melts, got it nice and melted, we're gonna add.
Okay, now we have a question about which cheese is the one that you're using that's the Follow Your Heart. What kind of
The
cheese?
Parmesan? Oh, I'm sorry. Follow Your Heart Parmesan.
Oh, Parmesan. Okay,
Parmesan.
great.
Yeah, the
right.
Follow Your Heart Parmesan, which, like I said, you don't necessarily have to use this brand. This is just the one that I have on hand. That's the one good thing that I love about, cooking in general. You don't necessarily have to use the exact brand of what somebody else is using. You can always substitute it. So yeah, I'm going to take about, I do have big hands, so this is about my version. So I'm going to say this is probably about a fourth to a third of a cup of that cheese. And then I'm going to put about, I'm going to say about a tablespoon of the Parmesan. Okay?
Okay. And Tom was letting you know it's Chow, like CIAO, but they put it CH.
Thank you. Thank you, because I never pronounced it.
Tom is in Chicago too.
Hi.
Dominique. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my fellow Chicagoan. Okay. So now that we have the cheese in there and it's starting to bubble already, we're gonna add some chopped spinach. Okay. This is, I'm gonna say, about a cup. Probably about a cup to a cup and a half. And the reason why I use so much spinach, because you already know with greens, it starts off real big, but the moment you cook it down, you got like this little bit amount. So yeah, we're going to put that on there, and instantly we're going to put, I didn't even open this up yet, some Just Egg. I know there are other vegan egg brands, but I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit biased. This one is my favorite. So we're not going to put the whole bottle in there. We're probably going to put, I'm going to say about 2/3. About 2/3 of the bottle in there. Yeah, about 2/3 of the bottle. So you see that now. So yeah. Now, I get asked this question all the time, like, how do you make your vegan eggs so fluffy? I don't do a lot of motion. What I do is really just break back and forth, and just go from one end of the pan to the other end of the pan, and just keep doing that on all sides until it's cooked down. That's all you have to do. And after you do that for like a few seconds, give it a second, let it firm up and do what it needs to do, then go right back and if you want to just go around the edges to make sure all of those little bits get cooked in as well. And then you break back and forth from side to side on opposite sides.
No egg left behind.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to put in the chat, there are so many amazing vegan butters now available, and I wrote, what's your favorite? So again, what is your favorite, Dominique?
Okay, as I said, Country Crock is definitely number one. When I first went vegan, what was that? It may actually will be 5 years. I was trying, what is it, Earth Balance? Is that what it is? Earth Balance, the butter. That's the
Yes.
only one that I knew was available at that time. So, but within the past 5 years, there have been other brands. So yeah, Country Crock wasn't even a brand of a plant-based butter yet. So I was just strictly using Earth Balance, and then I know what is. I can't believe it's not butter. They came out with one. I tried theirs as well. I know. I think Miyoko's has one. So yeah, just going around and side one end to the other. One end. I want y'all to see. This is how it's looking so far. So yeah, it's starting to firm up. You just got to keep going. Give it its time. Don't rush it. I know we always are, on the move and on the go. Take your time. You'll get it right.
Amazing. Now, here's what we all need to know about Dominique. She hosted 2 vegan fairs. She's educating people daily through her TikToks and her other social media. And you love teaching. Tell us a little bit about that, as well as you have an e-cookbook. Everybody, we can download that right now. Get on there and get that. But over
Yes,
to you.
my cookbook and perfect cooking done to perfection. I gave it that name for a reason. I am not. I'm not trained. I never took a. I never went to culinary school. Never took a cooking class. However, I just have a huge passion for food. I will say it started even before I went vegan. I used to sit and watch the Food Network channel with my mom, and we just look at all the chefs and the different shows. And I was obsessed with diners, drive-ins, and dives, and I was always just, some people, they look at the cooking shows and they get hungry. I look at it and I get creative. And so, even though I wasn't trained, I wanted to learn, and I'm so thankful for my family for giving me that space and that opportunity to just create. All they said, as long as you don't burn up the kitchen, you're good. So I just kept creating, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I also did a lot of things right, hence the book. And so I wanted to let people know. I'm going to put this on low, by the way. I'm going to keep talking, but I want to put this on low and let y'all know this is just about done. So once it gets to about this firm bit, you want to put it on low and just let it sit for a minute, okay? Let it sit for a minute so that way it can get a little bit more in the solid look. The solid, you don't want it to be too firm, but you also don't want it to be like too mushy either. Okay, so we're gonna put this on like medium low. Okay, so I can tell you a little bit more about, so the book, like I said, "The Perfect Cooking Done to Perfection." It was something that I created actually in my grandparents' home. And it was just me jotting down some things that I like. Um, I love soul food. And that was one of the things that I knew for a fact that I was not going to give up being vegan. So I had to learn. And I went through a lot of trials and errors. However, my grandmother approved all of my soul food dishes. So she even loves it. And from the looks of it, it's been a lot of people who have purchased the book. And they have given me really good reviews. So I thank all that have bought my book and anyone who will be buying my book in the future. And since then, I still teach. I'm always thinking. Like my friends will tell you, I'm on the phone with them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can come up with this and this and this. Or I saw this advertisement or this billboard. I bet you I can veganize it. And when I get some free time, I'll come up with some stuff. And hence the TikToks, the Instagrams with all of these different meals, because I am a foodie. I don't just like one type of food. I like Korean. I love Mexican. Anyone will tell you that's why I'm doing tacos, because tacos is actually my favorite food. I truly believe that if you do not like tacos, you cannot be my friend. Just saying. But yes, I make all sorts of things, and I will continue as long as I have breath in my body. I will continue to teach and show people how to be able to make food my way, but in their taste buds, because I'm a firm believer that you know exactly what you like your food to taste like, and probably the only thing you may need is a guideline. And that's what I do. I'm the guideline to show you how to be able to make some of these foods that you've been thinking about making, but you wasn't sure how to.
Gotta love it. Amazing. Dccancook started her vegan journey about 5 years ago when she woke up and decided she didn't want to eat meat anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you began documenting your journey and building your social media and laying out so many great tips and tricks how to get in the kitchen, start cooking, and don't worry about being perfect.
Oh. I don't know if you're familiar with that old TV show, Magic School Bus, and she said, get in there, make mistakes, get messy. That's literally what cooking is all about, at least my form of cooking.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I never took in a class, so that way I'm not so precise on it. It has to look this way and be this way. No, 9 times out of 10, some of us don't even know how to boil water. So we just do the best that we can. And here I am able to give y'all a guideline of what it is that I do. And I try my best to make sure that it's very easy, the steps. I do use a lot of ingredients because I'm very big on flavor. I love flavor because there's a big stereotype about vegan food being bland, and it's not. It's not. It's just how you make it. That's all. So I just want to introduce different flavors, combinations, things that people probably wouldn't have even thought to put together. I'm pretty sure people have made breakfast tacos before, but they may not have thought to put it in this combination. So yeah. So the eggs, you can see.
Ooh, yes, and definitely the cheese on the bottom. I've never seen that before.
Yes, actually, because vegan cheese is with some vegan cheese, they don't necessarily melt like right away. So sometimes putting it in that butter base, it helps to steam it and everything with the eggs, and then the spinach as it wilts, it steams even more, and it just creates this nice melty combination. And then, of course, as you're raking back and forth with the pan, it all just combines together. So you can't even see like the cheese bits or whatever. It's all melted into it. It's all melted into it.
Well, so, Troy says he has to try that. He loves fluffy eggs. We got so many people writing comments in here. Hello, Tom and Tina. We also have Jai who's watching, who says, let me just take a look over here. This is excellent cookbook. Amazing.
So I just want y'all to see again. This is how it looks once it's been cooked down. It's been sitting low, very, very low. I just have it on warm so that way it doesn't get cold while I was doing the eggs. Now, of course, you got to do some tortillas. Me, personally, I just put them on the stove. No big deal. Get some little char marks. I like the char marks. So when you bite into it, it's like, I can't really describe what with the flavor. It just has this nice smoky, Yes, that's all I can say about it. So yes, I just put these on for like a few seconds. I'm gonna do 2 because I'm going to top them a different way.
Now Sharon also said she's so proud of you, and Tom says more segments. Bring her back. Wow, you can head over to her TikTok and her other social media as well. We'd love to have you back for sure.
Thank you so much. I wasn't sure. At first, I was going to do the kimchi fried rice. I originally was going to do the kimchi fried rice, but I was like, you know what? I have a TikTok for that already. So I'm like, okay, if people, they want to see that, I can do that. But these breakfast tacos, since it just happened over the weekend, and I haven't posted it yet, like how to make it, I figured, why not do it here?
And Jai makes a really good point. He says, yes, bring her back. Her cookbook is very easy to follow. That is key to make it so that people, anybody. So definitely you're going to want to grab this ebook, y'all.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's on Amazon and iBookstore, so you can just download it to your phone, to your computer.
Yes.
Okay.
You got lots of fans in here who are just loving this. So
Thank
easy.
you.
And look how simple this is too, everybody.
It's very, very, very simple. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna set it up, okay? Gonna plate it up.
Sounds great.
Okay. So yes. I'm going to take a little bit of this, I'm going to call it the bacon medley, the bacon vegetable medley. Put some of that in there. And if anybody knows me, I'm kind of like how my grandma is. When we would go over for her home for like holidays, it could be 10 of us, but she would make enough food for like 100 people. And the way she plates the food is exactly kind of like how I do it as well. So even though I'm vegan, that part of me never left. So I make sure, even when I'm doing like personal dining or catering, I make sure you're going to eat really, really well. I try to make sure that you get a good amount of food in your belly. So yes, so we have it like this. I'm going to set this aside because I turned it off, so it's going to be just fine. So we're going to top it with some Tofutti sour cream. You don't necessarily have to use this brand. There are other brands, but this is the one that I had on hand. And we're just going to scoop just a little bit, just a little dollop. A little dollop will do you on the top. Okay. And then we're going to top one with some sriracha. And then we're going to top the other one with just some green tomatillo salsa. If you know how to make it, feel free to use your homemade or just go to the store and get some. And that's it. That's all, folks.
You heard it here. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Wow, take a look at those. Amazing. Be sure to find Dominique at Dccancook and more, y'all. Amazing. Also, I want to give a shout out to the brand of the t-shirt that you're wearing. People can find that at
Black and Vegan, spelled exactly how it is. You can use my code Dccancook for 10% off.
There you go. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us here, everybody, on Lunch Break Live. Tom says more segments. He wants to order some, have it sent through Uber Eats.
Okay, I will do that.
I'll let you two figure that out. And thanks, everybody, for watching here. We'll see you next time. And hey, Karen, welcome to the show. We'll see y'all, and we'll catch you next time here on Lunch Break Live. Head on over, download the free app. We'll see you at UnchainedTV.